Hello, test, test. Can you hear me? Hello. So welcome to you all to the web development class. Uh, we are having our another Zoom session. So the same concept. It will be a free 40 minutes class, and then it will disconnect, and then we will connect again on the same link. So let us wait a few minutes for all your friends to join the class. So about me, I am a certified digital marketing professional. Uh, I have a master's in IT, and you can contact me via email. So first thing is about the assignment. All of you have to submit an assignment. You have to do a class presentation. And the assignment is you have to develop a website where the website should work. It should be a functional website, and it should be of any of this theme of this topic. That is a real estate company where you can put properties for sale or properties for rent. So you need to code this on the front end. You can design an online shop, the front end, where people can browse the products and see all the products that you have. Or you can design for an organization. You can design for an organization and put the online presence of the organization. Or you can develop a corporate website. So any questions about the assignment, please, it is now, you can ask me, because in the next class, you will be doing a presentation of your website. You will be earning marks, and it is really very important that you develop a website that is working and which is respecting all the criteria in the assignment. And then you are presenting your work, okay? Because very often as web developers, after the coding part, after the testing part, we have to present the website to our client, to our employer. And it is a skill that you must practice. That is, you defend your project in front of people, or you are, let's say tomorrow you have to pitch a website. For example, me, tomorrow I have a meeting with the owner of a company. It's a medical company, and I have developed the website on a temporary web hosting, and I have to go and present the website to the client. So it's like a pitch. That is, I have to convince the client that this is a good website and it is functional and it is fulfilling the requirements of the client. For example, if the client wants more business leads from the website, then you have to show that you have developed this part of the website, which is helping the business get more leads. Let me give you an example. Let's say a medical hospital wants to get patients, right? So that the patient visit the website, the patient see all the information about the services. You have well presented the information in good text typography and using good pictures that convince, and then the patient finally goes and clicks on a button. Okay, it can be any button. This is what we call a call to action. Okay, CTA. So you have well designed your call to action, and then the business will get leads. That is, people on the internet, that these are unknown visitors, right? These are people who don't know the business owner, who don't know the people personally, but they have just discovered the website and they are going to uh, fill in a form, fill in their details, and then they will send it. Okay, so this is how I will present the website to my client. Again, I have been doing it for many years. It's a skill that I have developed. For example, another website I will be launching. There will be another website that I will be launching. It will be before a very important person, okay, in a VIP. So it will be before around 200 persons in an auditorium, and the website will be launched. And the website will be launched by a personality. So it is very important for the students who have done an assignment to come before class and to do presentation. I find it a bit sad because for some assignments, not all students did the presentation, so it is a loss for yourself. You will be losing marks, and it's just too bad. Okay. So any question about assignment, it's now the time. I want the assignment for you to go and learn about how to get a domain name, how to get a free domain name if possible, or how to get a web hosting, and then you upload your website. Uh, you upload your website on the web hosting, and then you see the website live. In fact, I can show you a little bit about website cPanel. Okay. So, any questions? You can talk.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Yes.
I'm Moran. I have a question.
Yes.
With regard to the coding. Should we write our own coding, or we can use a CMS program?
Okay. So the question I'm seeing is about the CMS. Okay. See, this course, Web Development Level 1, it is preferable for you to write your own HTML, CSS, and JavaScript code. Okay. With the CMS, it implies connecting to a database. Okay, that is, all the content is being stored into a database. So for this module, I am not teaching you to do the configuration of a CMS and to do backend development on server-side languages like PHP and all. So you are taking a risk if you're using a CMS, because I want to evaluate you on your level of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay, because on CMS you have to build your own theme, your own module, whatever, so that the website has a particular look and feel. So I will be looking for what development work you have done in order to have the CMS customized that you have done, and not installing free themes and that's it.
Okay, thanks, sir.
Till now in this module, I have not seen students installing CMS. No, what they have done is always using HTML, CSS files. Okay, that is, the website is static. Okay, because we have not learned in this, we are not learning in this module how to do a dynamic website. Okay.
Why I'm asking this question? Because I started the coding on Dreamweaver, and that's why.
Okay, good. So yes, I hope you're also doing a report, because the report is very important. You need to document your process. And very often in web development, we don't document, but this is not good because documentation is very important in any software project. So let me quickly show you, all of you, about a web hosting. Okay, let me show you a web hosting and something called cPanel. So when you enter to configure a web hosting server, so you will be having cPanel. So let me just show you so that you have an idea how it looks. Okay. Okay. So here I share my screen. So this is a screen of a web hosting account. So this is a cPanel software which is installed on the web server. Okay. Normally, a web server is a computer where you install an operating system, like for example Linux. This computer is running Linux, or other computer can run Windows, Microsoft Windows Server. But me, I have always been using Linux Server. Okay? So you install Linux, then you install all the necessary software. Okay, you type the command lines, and then you install one software that will give you a graphical user interface. Okay, for example, cPanel is a software that if you open a link on your server, you will get a nice graphical interface that will permit you to do many things on your web server. Okay. Else, if you don't do this, you will always get a command line on your SSH access. Okay. Else, you will always get a command line so that you type and then you give commands in a terminal to the web server. Okay, so if you want to avoid this and use a nice graphical interface, you can install a software, and I'm showing you cPanel. Okay, so it is a very popular interface that most hosting providers give, and you will see there are many options in this software. And this one is very nice, very interesting, because you can install and try out many CMS very quickly. So all the CMS are the possibilities here. If you want to install Drupal, you just click, and then it will give you the option to install. You click install, and then it will be installed very quickly, and then you can start using that software, that CMS. Okay. So this is a nice feature of cPanel. Okay. And on top, there is the FTP. Okay. By now, you must know what FTP is. And this is where you can create a username and a password for an FTP account, and then you just copy paste the username password into your FTP software. For example, I've always told you that there are many software. CyberDuck is for Mac, I think. Yeah, this is for Mac, but for Windows, this is the solution that is mostly used. Okay, so please download and try it, and in your hosting, try to connect via FTP to upload and download files. Like this is the basic. When I started to do web development back in the college days, it was developing all the website in a folder, and then when the website is ready, then connect to the server, to the web server via FTP. And when you're doing it for the first time, it's kind of exciting because you realize that if somebody goes and types your domain name, then the work that you have done, that you have worked on so hard, it becomes public, and the whole world can quickly go and visit your work, your website, and the next day when you walk around, people know that if they know you have developed a website, they will give you feedback that yes, your work is very nice and very good website and stuff like that. So all of this is via FTP. As this is something new and common usage now, that there is a file manager that is a user interface where you can open directories and use an interface to upload files. So it is very important for you to know that in any web server, there is that htaccess file, which if you open and edit, you can modify many variables. And if you open public HTML, okay, this is the root directory, and anything you put in here, it will be displayed. Okay, so the first file that will be fetched is index.php. Okay, and if I open this, then I will have a file, have a folder with the file of a, for example, this one is of a CMS. Okay? So this is how generally, if you know Linux, if you have studied Linux, so you can see the permission of the files and all. And this is, for example, all the photos are kept into a folder called images. Okay, so this is how we organize files in a website folder. Very important that you organize all of them well. So File Manager is a tool that you will use very often. FTP is a tool that you will use very often. That's for sure. Okay. And then later you file permissions, but this is not true. Then on a web server, you will get the possibility to create email accounts. Okay, and email accounts is very important because often people will want you to have an email address. Okay, so if you open email accounts, and you type, okay, and then you click just create, then an email account is created. Okay, so this is how, in fact, we create email addresses on. Give me 1 second. I think there's somebody at my place. Just 1 second, please. Any questions till now? Why I'm showing you the cPanel? Because in the manual, it doesn't describe Real Industry tools. So this is why I am showing you the tools that I use almost every day to create any website. Okay, and it is very easy okay, like to create email addresses, and then you will have your clients who will want to check their emails, so you can give them the details, IMAP server, SMTP server, so that they can configure their emails on their laptop, on their Outlook, on their smartphone, so that they can check emails. So this is how it works normally. And even if they want to check online webmail, this also there is a possibility. Okay. So yes, about CMS. Normally in this module we don't talk about the backend. Okay, like the database, etc. There is no mention of this, so I won't be opening all this. But most of the tool you will use is PHP-MyAdmin. Okay. DNS is a very important tool. Let me just quickly explain on it. DNS is for you to, let's say you have purchased a domain name and you want that domain to point to this web server. So you have to manage the DNS and then put the records, you put the records for this server, okay? Then that domain name will point to your web server. And now I want to talk about the SSL, okay? I think I can give an exam question. Let me note about SSL, okay? Anybody has any idea what an SSL certificate is? Have you noticed any SSL certificate while you are browsing the internet?
It's about the protection of your card when purchasing online. It gives you the assurance that your data will not be circulated and it will be encrypted like that.
Yes, this is the word that I was looking for, encryption. So whenever you open a website, normally it comes in HTTP semicolon / www.open.ac.mu. Okay. But when you install an SSL certificate, Secure Sockets Layer, when you install an SSL certificate, automatically in your browser, there is a key and luckily, and cadenas, sorry. there's a lock that appears, and then the browser see that this website has a valid certificate, okay, issued by a company, okay. The company is Rapid SSL, okay. In other websites, there is other issuer like Komodo, CQ, and etc. And I won't enter into the details of this certificate, but you can check at any time, any website you're visiting, you can install, you can view the certificate. So what it does is all the websites that have SSL will be given priority by Google, okay? Because Google will see that your website is secure. That is, all the data being communicated from the server to the client is encrypted. So there is no possibility of a man-in-the-middle attack. That is, a hacker sits in between and gets the data. That is, you are typing your credit card and clicking on send. This data cannot be easily acquired by a hacker, okay, if it is an SSL. So if you have a cPanel, it is very nice. You can very quickly, I can install an SSL in around 30 minutes, okay? And then the website that I have developed, it will have a key, okay? It will have a key on the browser. Yes, I think I have forgotten to share my screen. Oops. Share. Yeah, so I was talking about SSL. This is the option in cPanel. You click and then you install, and then in around 30 minutes to 1 hour, the website will have a key. Okay, so next we have logs and one-click installs. I have just explained to you very quickly. So this is how overall web development I have been doing. Many web developers use this method. That is, you will need to know how to work on a web server, and this is where you put your work so that everybody can see and access to your work. Now I have told you to install Google Analytics tracking, okay, on your website, because why? Then you will be able to know, you will be able to get many statistics about your website, okay? And there is another thing that you can try is this. Google Search Console, okay? So if you are doing a presentation and you are mentioning that you have added the website into a Google Search Console, and that you have added it as a property, and then you have configured the website on it, then you will be able to see lots of information about the website in itself. Very interesting, okay? And this is a console that has many very good options for a web developer to know. So I won't enter into depth, but you will earn additional marks if you have configured this. So Google Analytics, I'm telling you to put, and Search Console, if you have put, it is a good practice. So any questions till now? No? So let us continue with the class, okay? I hope Zoom meeting won't cut. Okay, so let us continue with the slides. So yes, directly to the point, I will talk a bit about the exams paper, okay? So you will have for your December exams, a 2-hour paper consisting of 4 questions and 100 marks. So the exams level is a bit high, okay? I am expecting you to read many new things that are not mentioned in the manual, but these things are very relevant to web development level 1, and I think it is very important for students to know this. So all of these stuff we will be discussing in a revision class, okay, where I want all the students to be present, and we will go through these terms. But for now, I want us to complete the manual. That is, we go through all the chapters, and then we have 2 sessions left, so that we can do some past exam papers practice and revision class. So past exam papers, yes. Let me open a past exams paper. Screen. So this is an exams paper, and yeah, this is how it will look. We have done this chapter in the first class, so you should be able to answer these questions, okay? So I want you to give answers in a common sense format. That is, you are understanding the term well, and you're able to explain well. In this way, you have mastered the term, the concept for life. Pandai ki nak apprendre par cœur, apprendre définition par cœur et venir écrire pareil. So this is not the purpose. The purpose is for you to get the knowledge about what this term means, how it is being used in the field of web, in the field of internet, and you have been able to know it in this module. Okay, so for life, you will know what this means. These types of questions are theory questions. That is, you need to read the manual, you need to know about the terms and the pros and cons. That's for sure. Okay. But now there is one part of the question where it is practical. Okay, Zoom will end in 5 minutes time. It will end, and then we connect again on the same link. Okay. Yes. So then you will be assessed on your skills of writing code. So you have time to practice your coding. For example, in the previous class, I had tried to run a hackathon, and a hackathon is here to test your skills in terms of coding. That is, if tomorrow you want to apply for a job as a developer, you need to know all the code for that particular language. That is, you need to learn the syntax and to be able to solve problems in that particular language. So for this module, I will assess your skills in HTML. That is, you will need to write code that will do this in this. Okay, you will, that is, I see you know how to write code that will do this, and with specifics. Okay, sometimes I give some instructions also. So I assess your skills, how you are getting the requirements, and then how you are writing the code in the exams paper. Okay, and you have to write it well, because this time you're not able to test your code. Okay, that is, you're not able to save the file, open, and see that it is working fine. No. Okay, so you have to write it very good at one shot. So this is enough time for you to practice till the exams. For example, this, how to have this code that will do this. Donc, nous on a 5. OK, nous on a 5 sections, 10 points, where your coding skills is assessed. Okay. These are all theory, but I want you to practice these questions. Go and write the answers and do research. Okay. Ok, donc ça c'est 2018. Mais récemment, in the recent years, there is another type of question that I ask is, that is, you need to reverse engineer a website. That is, I will display a website graphic, and you will need to write the code for this website. Okay. Maybe next class we will do a practice like this. So that's it about the exams paper. So if you have any questions about exams, please do ask now. And we will continue the Zoom meeting in a 5 minutes break, because okay. So these are also some questions. In past papers. And all of these are in your manual, okay? Okay, so this is the class. We will go through the class, but first let the Zoom meeting be okay, and we connect in around 5 minutes once I have the video converted. Okay, see you on the same link.